What's going on YouTube? I got a few weapons to check out for you guys today. All of these weapons should be getting affected with the upcoming kinetic buff that should be dropping on Tuesday. Let's check them out. The first weapon I wanted to show you guys today is Brigand's Law. It's an arc sidearm that is from Season of the Plunder. Now this weapon is craftable, so you guys might have those red borders on hand. And the crafted version can get the enhanced perks, so that's probably the better option. But if you're like me and did not get all of the red borders you needed to make the pattern, Xur is selling it right now, this exact roll. We got Killing Wind and Volt Shot, and this is the hidden gem right here. This gun is going to be getting, I believe it's a 20% buff on Tuesday, and with this perk on there, it is going to be viable in almost any endgame content. So the perks available on this left slot here are Threat Detector, Feeding Frenzy, Perpetual Motion, Hipfire Grip, Killing Wind, Steady Hands, and Pugilist. As far as PvE perks, the ones you're going to want to look for are Threat Detector, Feeding Frenzy, Pugilist. I'm not a huge fan of Pugilist, but I'm sure for Titan melee builds it's pretty good. And then PvP wise, you're going to want Killing Wind or Hipfire Grip. Even Perpetual Motion is good in PvP as well. Right column slot, we got Surrounded, Sympathetic Arsenal, Volt Shot, Rangefinder, Adagio, Demolitionist, and Swashbuckler. Now I think personally this gun is only going to be useful for me if it's got Volt Shot on it. If you're a PvP player, you could go with Rangefinder or even Swashbuckler. But I think the main purpose for this gun, at least for me, is going to be PvE. The second gun I wanted to talk to you guys today about is the 7th Seraph Carbine. It is a 450 RPM auto in the kinetic slot. It can drop from pretty much most activities. I know it's from Spire, but I think you can get it from world drops as well. Don't quote me on that. But it can get some pretty good perks on it as well. In the left slot, looks like we can get Slide Shot, Threat Detector, 4th times the Charm, Auto-Loading Holster, Hipfire Grip, or Underdog here. Now those are not terrible perks. I think as far as PvE goes, you could go for an auto-loading roll, but I mean the reload's not terrible on it. You could go with 4th time the Charm or Threat Detector. Slide Shot and Hipfire Grip are probably more PvP focused. In the right slot, we got Vorpal, Swashbuckler, Rampage, Elemental Capacitor, Rangefinder, and Moving Target. You got Rangefinder and Moving Target for your PvP players, and then Vorpal, Swashbuckler, and Rampage for PvE. If you're using this just for low-level ads, Rampage is probably going to be where you want to go. If you're going to be using it in GMs or anything like that, you might want to go with Vorpal, just more boss damage. Swashbuckler is not a bad roll either if you got a melee build. Next weapon I wanted to talk to you guys about is Tiger Spite. We got another 450 RPM auto. In the left column, you got things like Subsistence, Overflow, Surplus, Outlaw, Ambitious Assassin, Threat Detector, and Mulligan. In the right column, you got Kill Clip, Rangefinder, Swashbuckler, Demolitionist, Frenzy, Hipfire Grip, Unrelenting. This gun is it has so many good perk options that the only thing holding it back is the fact that it's a 450. The last weapon I wanted to talk to you guys today about is Liminal Vigil. It's a stasis sidearm. In the left slot, you got Headstone, Threat Detector, Tap the Trigger, Perpetual Motion, Tunnel Vision, and Pugilist. In the right column, you got Desperado, Swashbuckler, Surrounded, Kill Clip, Rangefinder, and Quick Draw. Now Desperado is probably a really good PvP perk. I know it's really good on pulse rifles. It's probably just as good on this sidearm as well. You got Headstone in the left column for stasis builds. Probably if you're running it for PvE, I would go Headstone with something like Surrounded or even Quick Draw maybe. But if you're going for PvP, I mean, you got Threat Detector, Desperado, Threat Detector, Kill Clip, Rangefinder. You can go Perpetual Motion. There's a lot of options here for PvP. I don't know how much of a difference the kinetic buffs are going to make in PvP, but if they are affected at all, this could be probably a pretty meta gun, especially if you got Desperado on there. That's it for today's video, guys. These are just a few weapons that I'm gonna be keeping my eye on for when the kinetic buff drops on Tuesday. Let me know what guns you guys are gonna be keeping an eye on in the comment section. If you guys like the video and think someone else can benefit from it, then go ahead and hit that share button down below. If you guys want to see more stuff like this in the future, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. As always, you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.